You probably look average if you've ever wondered why you never get attention from the opposite sex. By making simple changes to the way you look, speak, and move, I will show you how to look better than 95% of other people. Now, to help you implement these in your daily routine, I want you to test these out as I'm explaining them to you, starting with number 1, ask for a favor. This is called the Benjamin Franklin effect, where people will tend to like you more after they've completed a favor for you. Your brain is going to fight to correct any situation where your beliefs and your actions don't line up. If their actions were nice by completing the favor, their brain will force that their belief be positive as well. Now, you need to learn how to do this because you can't just be going out asking for favors out of everyone, because then you'll look needy. There are 2 things you always want to follow. 1, make sure they are low-level favors that don't require a lot of effort. And 2, make sure you don't overuse this technique. I say use it once, maybe twice with the same person, or else you'll come across as needy. Now, here are some examples of this. Let's say you see a random girl on the street. The easiest thing you can do is go up and ask for directions. It's a simple favor most are willing to help. Say you're traveling to a foreign country. You can stand by a sign that's in their language, and then any girl that passes by, you can ask her, hey, excuse me, do you speak English? Can you help me translate to see what this says? If she helps you, she has fallen for the trap to do you a favor. Say you're in line in Starbucks, there's a pretty girl in front of you or behind you. Ask her to hold your spot as you go to the restroom. When you come back and the favor is complete, you can continue the conversation. 2, the series positioning effect. One of the most well-researched effects in psychology is that people only remember the first impression and the end. Everything in between doesn't matter. This is why I need you to stop worrying about what to say when you talk to her, because it doesn't matter. She won't remember. What does matter is that you go up and talk to her in the first place. She'll only remember how you made her feel in the initial stage and then at the end. This is why when you're meeting somebody for the first time, you want to focus on these 2 things. 1, make sure you look good. You have to dress well and have good hygiene, because women will make a judgment of you in 1/10 of a second. You want to affect that first millisecond impression to make it as high as possible, so it's a memorable impression that she won't forget. Then 2, leave at a high point in the conversation. Now this part will be hard, but when she's laughing with you, engaging with you, she's being really flirty with you, you're going to have to end the conversation at that point, even though you're going to want to stay because it feels good. She's also feeling good, and it's exactly when you should cut it short. Say you have an appointment or a meeting or a phone call. Say you have to do whatever and you have to run, and cut things short. She's going to be left wanting more, and all she will think about is that first impression and how good you made her feel. 3, have a hairstyle that suits your face shape. Your hair has the power to restructure your face to make it look more balanced. I'm going to show you how to pick the perfect hairstyle. Now, here is where you win over other dudes and stand apart. Most guys will start losing their hair by the time they hit 35. It's 2 in 3 guys start losing their hair by 35. So you just having a full head of hair, you're already in the top 33% of men. Now, if you don't have hair, you should stop the hair loss and grow it back with the only FDA-approved medication that has been clinically proven to help regrow some of that hair. Our sponsor Keeps offers it at an insanely low price. Now, if you do have hair and you're fighting to keep it, you first have to judge your face shape. What is your shape? There are 3 big shapes that almost everyone falls into. You have the square, the oval, and the triangle. To find your shape, you need to measure across 3 areas of your head: your temples, your cheekbones, and your jaw. If your temples, your cheekbone, and your jaw are all similar length, you have a square face. If your cheekbones are your largest measurement and your temples and jaw are smaller, you have an oval face. If your temples are the largest measurement, larger than your cheekbones, and your cheekbones are larger than your jaw, you have a triangle face. And by the way, if you have a triangle face and a receding hairline, it makes the situation worse because your forehead will end up looking a lot larger. If you want to start fighting back to get some of that hairline, because you'll need it to structure your face shape, you have to make it easier than ever by checking out Keeps. There are no doctor visits. There's no pharmacy visits. You can do everything from your comfort of your home. And from your computer, you can schedule a visit with a licensed medical provider. Just look at the before and afters of some real customers and see what they're saying. There's a reason why Keeps has more 5-star reviews than any of their competitors. And the best part, everything gets delivered to your door. You don't have to do anything. Okay, so now you've figured out your face type. These are the hairstyles you should wear. If you are a square face, you're lucky. You have the ultimate masculine face shape. It's angular, it's strong. What you want to do is focus on these angular features by having a low style haircut. While you would look good in medium and long hairstyles, you want to really show off what you got, so a buzz cut will look amazing. The second one is the oval. Now, because an oval face has features that are softer, you want to have a haircut that adds some sort of angularity, some hard shape. This is why having sides that are nice and tight with some hair in the top can give you more of that squared off look to the face, which is what you're looking for. What you don't want, especially if you have curly hair, is a lot of hair on the sides, because you could risk making your face look more circular than angular. Finally, you have the triangle face. Remember, because you have bigger temples, your forehead will look larger. You need to use haircuts that give the illusion of your forehead to be a little bit smaller to create more balance and symmetry with your face. So great hairstyles are fringe cuts or swept hairstyle. Again, this will become hard to do if you don't have enough hair or your hairline is receding. And that's where hair loss stops. It stops with Keeps. To get the special offer for today, you can go to keeps.com/TMF. All right, these first 3 we just went over are the simple ones you can start implementing now. But these next 4, I purposely put them at the end of the video because I know most people wouldn't watch them. And these are the good ones. These are the ones I like to keep secret. The less people know, the better for those guys that actually implement them. 4. Fix your group average. You are the average of the 5 people you hang around with. I will show you how to increase that group average. Attraction is not just about you. The guys that you hang out with can bring you down attractively or bring you up through a psychological effect called the cheerleader effect. According to multiple studies, women will rate you as more attractive if they see you as in a group versus seeing you alone, especially if the group of men are attractive, because they will rate the group of men on an average versus just singularly focusing on you. Now, to pull this off correctly and increase that average, you'll need to do 3 things. You want to join hobbies or groups where you know high-value men that truly take care of themselves go to build those connections. You will have a secondary benefit when you do this of creating a friend group that will continually motivate you. A good one is expensive gyms. There's gyms around in big cities that can cost you $300 a month. And while many people might think that's expensive, it is a great networking opportunity to meet other high earners that take care of themselves that can increase your group average. 2, you need to remove friends that are bringing you down. If they're lazy, they don't take care of themselves, they don't have motivation or drive, they will bring your average down. 3, you become the group leader. You want to be the guy that pushes those around you to dress better, to be better, to push for more, to go to the gym, to be more motivated. That will automatically put you in a leadership role. 5, chew gum when you're nervous. By chewing gum, you're essentially tricking your brain into thinking you are comfortable. You then get the added effect of strengthening your jaw muscles, which can then help define your face structure. This is not a green light to just go out and chew all the bubble gum you want. Instead, you want to focus on 2 factors. 1, make sure the gum is sugar-free. The American Dental Association recommends you chew more sugar-free gum because it increases the saliva production in your mouth, which flushes away bacteria and freshens your breath. 2, find gum that is harder to chew. There's certain gum that's specifically made very tough to chew so you can truly work on your facial muscle. According to this specific study, chewing twice a day for 5-minute sessions is more than enough to increase muscle bite strength. 6, pause before you respond. This makes the other person feel like you're truly thinking about a better reply while also making them feel like you're a great listener. But to do this, you gotta do it correctly. Knowing when and how to deploy the pause is way more important than just pausing all the time. What you don't want to do is deeply stare at that other person and have like 10 seconds of silence, because you'll either look confused or arrogant. Instead, you want to do it randomly in the conversation while not directly staring at the other person. It's almost like you're gonna be staring off to the side as you're thinking about your response, and it should only be about 2 to 3 seconds max. And finally, number 7, you need a white smile. See, a white smile is a mating signal to others that you are of good genetic quality. And look, just brushing your teeth and flossing alone won't get you that white smile that you're looking for. You're going to need whitening strips to get the full effect and make your teeth a few shades lighter. Now, no one likes to do this process because it's a hassle to wear and you just end up slobbering the whole 10-minute process. So here is the best trick I learned to make this part of your routine. You can get the Crest whitening strips at any store. They're affordable and they work. You only want to use it once a week. Any more can then damage your enamel and cause tooth sensitivity. 3, you want to apply it right before stepping into your shower. Now, as you're showering, you can go through your entire grooming routine while the strips are in your mouth, and by the time you're done with your grooming routine, it'll be right around 10 minutes. And when you remove it, you can avoid the slobbering mess because you're already in the shower.